about to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. How y'all doing today? Got to talk about Jermall Charlo, the three-belt holder at 154. Y'all know about Jermall Charlo. Lions only. Shout out to the Lions only fans. You know, he did an interview with Brian Custard on The Last Stand. I'm a little late on this, but I want to speak on it. One of my subscribers, told me they want to hear my point of view on this. Now, I watched the whole video, and my bad, y'all. I did hear the wrong thing about the Clarissa Shields part. I was in and out on that conversation, and I heard the wrong part, so I apologize about that. But when it comes to Jermall Charlo, hell of a fighter. When it comes to him and his brother, I will say Jermall is the better fighter. Jermall is going out there accomplishing more in the sport of boxing. As you see, he trying to be undisputed, fighting Brian Castano, which is the reason for the interview in the first place. Him, saying that Brian Castano, was faking an injury and Brian Castano really didn't want to fight. Something I will say that really, something else that really blew my mind is the fact of how Charlo was accusing or saying that Brian Castano was using steroids, but the way that he broke down the way a fighter cleans out their system really made me think, Jermall Charlo, how you know about cleaning out your system that fast or how to do it? The only thing that could teach you something is experience. So the way that you broke down the way that you could clean out your system and this and that and other, I'm just saying, y'all know how I do. I tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? How you know how to clean out your system like that? But when it pertains to Terence Crawford, there's been an ongoing beef. Errol Spence and Jermall Charlo and the Charlo brothers, they supposed to be brothers. They all Dallas-based. I guess they click tight. And, this has started recently. Well, not recently, but been going on for like almost 2 years with Charlo and Jermall, because Jermall tends to get on and, shout out Errol Spence and saying that that Terence Crawford don't stand a chance against Errol Spence, and that Errol Spence will beat, Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford went on the internet at one point and told Jermall Charlo, keep my name out your mouth, Charlo. When we see each other, it ain't nothing but daps and handshakes and respect to each other. Let's keep it like that. And recently, Terence Crawford has came out to the public and told the public, due to the fact that Errol Spence doesn't want to get in the ring with him, that the winner of Brian Castano is possibly a good fight for him, which I could agree. Charlo went into the effect of, basically saying that Terence Crawford was a bad fighter because Al Heyman only pick up certain fighters, Ennis and the Keith Thurmans and Sean Porters, himself, Errol Spence, and that really holds no ground because, we all know that Terence Crawford is the caliber, or even more than half of the fighters he came out with, or not to put them down beyond Terence Crawford, that he's right there on the same level as these fighters, to make a difference of who's on what side of the street, as it doesn't even matter more about sides of the streets. Why still bring that up? Because we all know that Terence is just as valuable as Errol Spence Jr. Whatever's going on with Al Heyman and why Terence don't want to sign to him, for the record, let's get this straight. For the record, Terence and them already said they not going over there. All right, Terence and them already said they don't want to go over there with Mayweather and them. They don't even want to join it. That ship is sinking over there. That's what Jermall Charlo is not saying. And this is not a video to bash Jermall Charlo. It's just to tell the truth. That ship over there sinking at PBC. Why would he come over there and sign to PBC to be up under with y'all when Adrian Broner is going around spilling the beans that y'all halfway getting paid, that y'all getting $2,000 checks every week? That Al Heyman is over there bird feeding y'all. Why would he come and join y'all, which holds no ground? Bringing up Bob Arum right now holds no ground. Bob Arum is out the picture. This man is he independent right now. He can go either way. Whoever want him, whoever don't want him, it don't matter. That has nothing to do with Errol Spence getting in the ring with Terence Crawford. Errol Spence recently came out and said, due to the fact of the fight not being made, is because people are telling him, basically saying that Terence Crawford is giving him ultimatums on what to do for the fight. We as boxing fans, and you would be lying. You would be damn lying if you stood up here and you said that Terence Crawford has made any type of negotiations with Errol Spence to the point where he had to do something what Terence did. Terence ain't said nothing about what Errol Spence Jr. had to do to fight him. That's been all Errol Spence. That's another lie that Errol Spence is telling the public. And now he's telling the public that basically Terence Crawford is making too many demands. Come on now. Now, it's real good. Terence Crawford really has a bully mentality if you really think about it. You have to look at it and see, because Terence Crawford is calling out the so-called brother of Errol Spence Jr. Or if I can't beat you, basically, I'm gonna beat up your big brother. I'm gonna beat up your homeboy, basically. That's some G stuff right there. You got to give him credit for that. As far as them two fighting, I would love to see that fight. I would love to see the challenge of Terence Crawford going up and fighting a bigger Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo is no joke himself. Powerful fighter in both hands. Stamina is up to par. He gonna bring it to you non-stop the entire fight. I criticize the Charlos, due to the things that they do and they say outside the ring. But when it comes to them being in the ring, those dudes can fight. Those dudes are special fighters. You can't come into the ring playing with the Charlo brothers. That would be your worst mistake, coming into the ring thinking that you can go out and you can play boxing, you can go club, and you're going to lose to the Charlo brothers. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as skill set, their skill set is like a C+ to me. I take none away from Jermall, you know what I'm saying? Hell of a fighter, but they skill set is C+ to me. You can look at Jermall, the brother, and tell that it's C+. Look at what he's been doing since he's been at 160. No former champions, and he's been struggling with guys that ain't never even been 12 rounds before. So, when I say the skill set ain't up to par, that's why I believe Terence Crawford will have the advantage in that fight. Other than that, it's an even level fight, besides the fact that Jermall is bigger. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say who will win that fight. All I can say is that is a pay-per-view fight. If we could not get Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford, I would love to see Jermall Charlo versus Terence Crawford. That would be a great fight. I can't say who's going to win. I can't count out Charlo, and we most definitely can't count out Terence Crawford. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to go down and read some of these comments. I ain't got that much long on here, because let me see. Brian did a great job of not laughing his face press. Yeah, it's very hard to not laugh at Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo, he seemed like he a little bit on some. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. No talking bad about him or nothing like that. I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets, bro. I ain't got to expose all the things I done did in my life to the public, but I'm telling y'all, I know when somebody on some. I know when somebody is on some. All that talking I can't say it was liquor, because he'd have been slurred speech or something like that. He wasn't drunk, but Jermall Charlo was on something in that video, y'all. You ain't got to believe me, and this ain't bashing him. Live your life, Jermall. You're a rich man. You know what I'm saying? You're in all season right now due to the fact that you're going to have to wait a little bit longer to fight, what's his name, Brian Castano, but that boy be on something. I'm telling y'all, when Gervonta St. Davis said the Charlo brothers be on something, no disrespect to him, just look at that interview and tell from the way he was talking. Weed don't do that. And boxers don't smoke weed because it stay in your system too long. They could use other drugs. Cocaine go out your system in 2-3 days. But that's not to say I ain't accusing nobody. I'm just saying I'm from the hood. I know how people be taught when they be. I done been in the trap house. All right, I'm just letting you know. Yes, Jermall has a lot of confidence. You know what I'm saying? He walk it like he talk it. One thing you can say about that. One thing that's good about both of these fighters, I think, got the switch. Jermall Charlo has a switch as well. He a different breed, really. Jermall Charlo really is a different breed. He has a switch. We just don't see it because we've never really, besides the Julian Jackson fight, we've never really seen him adapt in a fight. And we didn't really see him adapt in a Julian Jackson Jr. fight. His stamina was so good and he stayed focused and he was able to get Julian Jackson Jr. out of there. But, this has been going on, boiling up between these two for a minute due to the fact that Errol Spence beef. And, I think that in this situation of what's going on, I would say that Jermall is wrong for this because Jermall really don't have nothing. if you know the process of what really happened throughout time with them, Jermall started this whole situation. Terence has never said anything to Jermall Charlo. And this is no side taking. This is you just watching and loving this sport and watching all of the channels and all of the videos that's been made. You have never once heard Terence Crawford say anything disrespectful to Jermall Charlo besides the fact of keep my name out your mouth. You know, that's all he's told him. Keep my name out your mouth. But I'm sitting here and I'm still waiting to see Terence Crawford's response to the situation of Jermall Charlo saying that he was gonna knock him out. I haven't seen anything yet. Maybe Terence ain't heard about it. You know, he said that Terence be with his family, so maybe Terence in Dubai or somewhere he ain't paying no attention to it. But I would love to see what he say. Also, y'all, I'm not gonna let them stop me on my boxing. Well, I don't care if I get 5 views, y'all. I'm gonna continue my boxing. That's what I got known for. That's what a lot of people show me love for. I ain't no quitter. I'm not gonna let nobody stop me. I'm gonna focus back on my boxing videos. I love this sport. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let them get me, y'all. I'm not gonna let them get me. But no, as I'm looking on the internet right now, I don't see, Terence Crawford, with a response back. I'm sure it's coming. Y'all know Terence ain't gonna be quiet about this. I do agree with one thing that Jermall said, fight the guys at your weight class, but as we all know as boxing fans, the guys at Terrence's weight class don't want to fight him. Hey, what's up, Ukrainian? How you doing, bro? We all know that they don't want to fight Terence Crawford, okay? It's very hard to sit in the division where you got a lot of guys talking about they going WBC routes, guys over here lying, talking about people trying to make them do certain things that a man ain't never said to them. The only thing he asking you for is a fight when you're the one making 50-50, 70-30s and 60-40s and across the streets, and he ain't a big star, and Bob Arum, and it's hard to stay at a division when you got to keep going through this, when you got to get people to mandate a fight to where a champion has a former champion has to fight you. It's hard to stay at 147 when all this is going on, when people keep giving us excuses. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing wrong with Terence Crawford trying to move up and be great. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with Terence Crawford trying to move up and be great. As far as Jermall Charlo, you've been at 154 your whole career. So maybe you don't understand. Being great used to be in boxing was moving up, fighting bigger opponents. I don't know what the hell is going on in the sport of boxing today where people are going around talking about, they pound for pound and they this and that and they. No, the way you became pound for pound, the way you became great in boxing, you moved up. You fought bigger opponents. Jermall has been at 154 his entire career and possibly is going to stay there. All right? Now he talking about he don't want to move up to 160 because his brother is up there. You and your brother was at 154? You and your brother was at 154? Why you don't want to move up to 160? Ain't nobody there, but who had 160 for them? Ain't Triple G or something? Ain't nobody there for you at 160. You just don't want to go up and have a chance of possibly being beat. See, a lot of fighters that sit out and talk like Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a one-divisional champion, all right? And some of y'all, like I said, are even out here saying that Errol Spence is over Jermall Charlo on the pound-for-pound list. Where are y'all getting this from? How the hell is Errol Spence Jr. over Jermall Charlo on pound-for-pound list? That's ludicrous. That's crazy. This man got 3 titles. They fought way more competition. Well, hold up. Jermall Charlo ain't necessarily fought no known killers now. Rosario, who else did Charlo beat? He beat Rosario. Rosario wasn't really no big name. Rosario just beat J-Rock and got the belts from J-Rock. I would have loved to see Charlo versus J-Rock. I'd have loved to see that, but that's neither here nor there now. But we can't really sit up here and say that Charlo just got a great resume like that. Y'all got to remember this dude got outboxed by Tony Harrison. EJ fought, I wouldn't say EJ fought some killers, but EJ due to him, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and Kell Brook, people think his resume is stacked. But after them names, what do you got? You got a bunch of 140-pounders and Lamont Peterson, who's on his way out the door, a former 140-pounder. But when it comes to resumes, y'all diss Terence Crawford's resume over Errol Spence's. When like I said, you take them 3 names away from Errol Spence, there's no way his resume is better than Terence Crawford's. You take 3 names away from Errol Spence's resume, it's trash. Ain't nobody really on there. Chris Algieri, former 140-pounder. Lamont Peterson, former 140-pounder. But just look at all the controversy that them not fighting is causing. We got other boxers. We got a fighter ready to move up from a weight class because another fighter is lying to the public, keep making excuses. Now you even lying on the man, saying this man is trying to dictate policy and make you fight. When you've been the only one running around talking about you the big fish, 60-40. He ain't a big star like me. When he get a belt, I'ma fight him. I'm gonna go the easy route, fight Sean Porter. Come on, y'all. Let's be real. But like I said, that's my comments on it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jermall Charlo. Shout out to Terence Crawford. That would be a hell of a fight. I would love to see it. If we cannot get the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight, which they say might be happening this year in 2020. I don't know 2022 later on down the road, but I doubt if that fight gonna happen this year. We still got to see what Terence gonna do, if he gonna be an independent contractor, which I think is best for him. I think it'll be better if he just became an independent fighter. You know what I'm saying? Got somebody behind him. He can even go over there with Richard Schaefer. That's where Terence should go. Terence Crawford should go right over there with Richard Schaefer. Richard Schaefer is a good businessman. Richard Schaefer really was Golden Boy. Think about this, if you think I'm lying. You ain't really heard too much or seen Golden Boy doing too much since Richard Schaefer left him. Golden Boy been declining slowly since Richard got out the way. Richard Schaefer was Golden Boy. Floyd Mayweather even said that himself. Richard Schaefer left. Floyd left. What's his name? Canelo left. Richard Schaefer was the man who was really behind the scenes handling the business of Golden Boy promotion. What's his name? Bernard Hopkins. I don't really see too much that Bernard Hopkins do besides run his mouth. I think he just got shares or something in the company. He just, I don't think nothing he really do holds in the ground. You don't see too much of Bernard Hopkins. Not saying it just because you don't see him, he ain't a necessity to the company. But as far as from what I see, he just get on interviews and talk. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see that. I want to see somebody fight. I want to see a real deal slugfest. And I know that Terence Crawford and Jermall Charlo, they will bring it. If you want to see real blood, sweat, and tears, that's a fight. That's a fight that everybody need to be trying to watch. That's a fight that everybody need to be trying to pay for. I'll do a double shift. You hear me? I'll do a double shift for the Spence fight too. But if that fight was to happen right now, if Spence don't want to fight, he move up and Terence move up to one, I would work a double shift to see that fight because I know it's gonna be a blockbuster. That's an edge of your seat fight. That's you can't sit down, everybody hollering, jumping off their seat. Get him, Charlo. Get him, Charlo. Get him, Terence. Get him, Terence. Come on. Throw the jab. Throw the jab. I can already see it. I can already see what that fight gonna bring. Get him, Charlo. Come on, Charlo. Come on. Terence, come on, baby. Come on, baby. One more round, baby. Come on. That's why I love this sport. See two men, two warriors. Ain't no guns involved in it. That's gangster. That's gangster. That's gangster, baby. See two men handling it. Charlo versus Munguia. Oh, that's a tough fight because ain't neither one of their skill sets up to par for real, in my opinion. I'll go with Munguia. I'll go with Munguia. Which Charlo though? You got to be talking about Charlo at 160, Jermall. Yeah, I'll go with Munguia over him. Kell Brook, I was damaged. Thurman already lost the key. Porter is the gatekeeper. Yeah, Porter, he out the way now though. Kell Brook, I was damaged. Exactly. But when you mention that about Errol Spence, people get mad. When you mention that about Errol Spence in that fight with Kell Brook, they get mad. The man had just came off a fight with Triple G. It's not saying that Errol Spence is not a good fighter by admitting that this man came off an injury and that injury was still in effect when Spence fought Kell Brook. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He's just being truthful. You know, that's why I didn't like people talking about the eye injury when he just fought Amir Khan. That's over and dead with, man. Quit giving fighters excuses. Yeah, they're close to signing for that fight. Munguia KOs Jermall in 4 rounds. I wouldn't say in necessarily 4 rounds. Them Charlo brothers got chins too now. That's another good thing about that fight. We ain't gonna see no fast knockout like that going on in that fight because both Terence got a chin, but there is a chance that Terence could get knocked out. All right, let's just be real. Let's just be real. This is a 154-pounder. This dude can slug. He probably might Erickson Lubin Crawford ass. I'm just saying, he might Erickson Lubin Crawford ass. You never know. I know Crawford ain't Erickson Lubin, and Erickson Lubin ain't Crawford because I respect Erickson Lubin. A lot of people that look past Erickson Lubin, but I'm telling y'all, that next fight between him and Charlo will be very different. That boy, Erickson Lubin got skills. Y'all need to watch that boy spar. He just got caught up under them lights and got dropped. Erickson Lubin is the truth. Remember me telling y'all his name, because a lot of people forgot. He was on his way up at one point due to that loss to Jermall. You know what I'm saying? He got knocked down. He got knocked off his pivot. But that's somebody people need to be looking for at 154 too, and that boy Tim Tszyu. Costa Tszyu's son. So it ain't over with for the Lion. I give Jermall his credit. He is the number one, the number one 154-pounder. But you still got a lot of fights after you beat Castano. You still got to give Erickson Lubin his rematch. Because I think he is the number one mandatory for the WBC. Where is Jerry Hurd? I ain't seen Jerry Hurd since he slapped Jermall Charlo. See, y'all get on these sites and y'all forget. Y'all see all that hollering. I love you, Jermall Charlo. But y'all get on there, y'all see all that hollering and all that lines, only talk. Then Austin Trout slap you, bro. See, this is something y'all gotta understand. These niggas gotta stop getting high and getting on videos talking crazy. You simply talking about you gonna knock him out, knock out Terence. Why then Austin Trout slap you, bro? Y'all remember that? I know that ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking of how you talk, all the gangsters talk, Jermall, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You talk about how you gonna knock this man out, you gonna do this, you know what I'm saying? All this to other fighters and all this and that. But Austin, I mean, no, I ain't say Austin. What the fuck I'm saying? Jared Hurd slapped you. And you and your brother didn't do nothing. Am I lying, y'all? I'm not lying. This is no hate. I'm just spitting facts. That's all I do, y'all. I don't know these men. Shout out to them. They black men. They successful, getting money. They family living good. They children living good. I'm happy for y'all. All I do is speak the truth. All this lying talk. The nigga slapped you on camera, bro. Ain't have a pistol in his hand or nothing. Ain't have a pistol in his hand or nothing. So, you know, I don't believe all the lying talk. You know what I'm saying? You a lion in that ring. I give you that. You a lion in that ring. But I wish a lot of these boxers just cut the street attitude out of it, man. You ain't got to be street, bro. You ain't got to prove no point to nobody. If you came from a good house, I'd love to say, man, I came up from a good house, man. My mom done worked their ass off. We ate good. We ain't never had to want for nothing. I would be happy. Stop with the street stuff, bro. Y'all ain't got to act street, because we know y'all ain't street. I promise you, ain't nobody finna slap me and my brother, bro. Unless we at gunpoint, a nigga slap my brother and he drawing down on us. That's probably the only way that ain't gonna happen. But he ain't got no gun. You slap my brother. We finna stomp your ass out to the sheriffs coming at her. Or me and my brother finna die together that night. And I ain't being gangster. That's just being real. Ain't nobody finna slap my brother in front of me. But I'm thinking about changing my name to Hood Boxing, because I bring y'all the hood side of everything. You know what I'm saying? I might change my name to that, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I bring up certain things that's outside, but, you know, you have to bring up them things because character says a lot about a man. You can't be going around here saying you will do this and do that to people, but then when a man slaps you in your face, you sitting there acting like it's 50 bodyguards around y'all. You set a cup down and finna take off your jewelry, but nothing happens. That's all I'm saying. I ain't, you know, bashing him or nothing like that. So it makes it kind of crazy when you say, oh, I'll knock this dude out and I'll knock this dude out. And, you know, the Charlo brothers are like Tay-Rock of battle rap. You know, they roar, they talk a lot of talk, but they never fight. You know, besides outside the ring. You know, talking crazy to Demetrius Andrade every time you see Demetrius Andrade, but y'all won't fight him. But I do give also this. Before I get off, I got to say this. I got to give Jermall respect for at least saying that Demetrius Andrade is a good fighter. Jermall Charlo did say that, but he said that Demetrius Andrade messed up his career, you know, with promotional stuff. I like when he said that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jermall. That's the first one of them, or first fighter that I ever heard admit that Demetrius Andrade is a good fighter. So Jermall Charlo, I commend you on that. Thank you for, you know what I'm saying, not bashing the man, you know what I'm saying, not following the Canelo Alvarez lead and, oh, he's a horrible fighter. So, you know, I give you much credit for that, my brother. You know, because that's possibly the truth. I'm a big fan of Demetrius Andrade. I like Demetrius Andrade, what he brings to the sport. I like when he be saying, I'm tall, black, and handsome. I like his arrogance, but he can back it up. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see a lot of fights going on in the sport of boxing. I apologize to my core fans, y'all. Due to the fact that all this gossiping with boxing and no fights, it took taking my love away from it. But I'm not gonna let nobody or let that stop me from putting up these videos, because a lot of y'all love me and have supported me from y'all knowing me of boxing. So I'm getting back on it, y'all. Don't worry, easy work. Finna hit them everywhere but under their feet with these boxing videos, non-stop. Now I got 9 people on. What do y'all feel about this fight before I get off? If y'all gonna get on, if y'all gonna say something before I get off. And I see, you know what I'm saying, I done lost a lot of my core support, a lot of my love subscribers due to the fact that I'm not making my boxing videos. And y'all, I'm sorry, it's a lot going on in my life right now. And It's a lot going on in my life, and I'm trying to get things set up, my computer set up and everything. But man, I'm gonna stick to boxing. That's where I got known from, and that's where I get all my support from. So I got to stick to boxing. This is just my 2 cents on Jermall Charlo. I'm saying that he'll knock out Terence Crawford. I want to thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support. Stay tuned. Y'all know I do other videos, but at my core will always be boxing, and I will continue to stick to boxing. I thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support. I ask y'all to stay tuned to the channel. Go to the description, subscribe to the new channel, to my backup channel. If you want to donate to the channel, all you got to do is go to the description. You can support the channel there. And stay tuned. It's Easy Work Boxing. I'm out.